Hi. We've already completed the grid method where we discussed how to solve questions which are grid based and also questions which are related to two circle Venn diagram. So now this is related to Venn three circles. So these are only five questions on three circle Venn, and these five questions will help you understand two important formulas, one which you've already learned in your school days, and one which is an alternate uh, formula for a three circle Venn diagram. So let's begin. Um, all right, let's look at this first question, and through the question, I'll explain you the formula and the concept. Yeah. So what we have here is there are a total of 500 students enrolled in astrophysics. Yeah. So there are always more than two ways to solve a question. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, there are always more than one way to solve a question. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is learn how to solve this question without the formula, and then we'll apply the formula. Okay, so let's first draw a box. Yeah. And they're saying there are a total of 500 students enrolled in astrophysics. So that's a circle for astrophysics. Then we have a total of 500 students enrolled in biology. So that's a circle for biology. And a total of 400 students enrolled in chemistry. So now we have this circle for chemistry. And there are 400. There are a total of 200 students taking astrophysics and biology. So this portion, this and this together, this and this together is 200. 150 students taking biology and chemistry. So 150, sorry. So this and this together is 150. And a total of 100 students taking astrophysics. So this and this is astrophysics and chemistry, 100 students. Now from a total of 1300 students, so there are 1300 students, um, there are 300 students who are undecided. So the undecided part is, let's call it N, which is outside the three circles. Yeah. So basically 1300 is total, 300 is undecided. So whoever is enrolled in Astro, Bio, and Chem, they're 1000 because 1300 minus 300 is 1000. So 1000 is inside this three circles. Okay. Yeah. So individually there'll be this section, these four, five, six, and seven. Seven regions are 1000. Okay. Following that. Now, which of the following are the number of students who have enrolled in all three subjects? So we have to basically find this X. Okay. Yeah. Which of the following are the number of students who have enrolled in all three subjects? So we have to find X. So now how do we proceed? Yeah. How do we proceed? So, all right, we'll use the formula first. So the formula is that everything within the circles, the seven regions, is A union B union C, right? That is nothing but the total minus N. All right. So A union B union C is equal to 1300 minus 300, which is equal to 1000. So we know there are 1000 within the region. So now we'll apply the formula. So what is the formula? A union B union C, yeah. A union B union C is equal to set A, astrophysics, plus set B, biology, yeah. All right. So if you realize when I do A and B, this 200 is coming twice. Okay. Similarly, when I do B and C, this 150 is coming twice. Once in B, and then when I include C, 150 is coming twice. And similarly, A and C, the 100 is coming twice, once in A and once in C. So this 100, this 150, and this 200 is calculated twice. So we need to remove them, right? Once. So once we remove A intersection B, right? Then we remove A intersection C and B intersection C. So we've removed them once, right? So we've removed them once, right? And then finally, the X portion is included three times, right? So when it's included three times, we've already removed it three times. See this in A intersection C and B intersection C. So A plus B plus C, X was included three times, and when we subtracted this, that X was also removed three times. So the X is not calculated only. So then we add that part. So that is A and B and C, and that is A union A or B or C, like that. Understood? So that is the formula that we've learned in our school, right? And we're going to apply that. So 1000 is what we know is within the regions. A is 500, B is 500, C is 400, minus 200, minus 150, minus 100, plus X. So 1000 is equal to 554, 1400, 1400 minus 200, 300, 450, plus X. So therefore we get 1000 is equal to 950 plus X. And therefore we know X is equal to 50, right? And that is this one. Now the question is, how do we do it without the formula? Let's say we forgot the formula, you forgot whether it's plus A intersection B intersection C or minus. Some, silly error, something you're not able to logically evaluate, all right? Because it is too much. It's a wordy question, three circles. We don't solve three circles other than what we did the last time in our school days, and then we never really touched those three circles ever. I mean, there was no need of it, right? So then how do we go about it? So we go about it by looking at the diagram. So if this portion is X, right? So I'll use a different color. So I'll say this portion is 200 minus X. This portion is 150 minus X. This portion is 100 minus X. All right. And then we have this region. So that region, yeah, that box region, I'll say is 500 minus of 200 minus X plus X, right? And plus 100 minus X. So that is 500 minus of, so it is these four regions, right? This region, this region, this region, and this region, right? These four regions. So that is, so 500 is equal to, sorry, so 500 is equal to these four regions. So therefore, this only A region, this portion is called only A. So the only A region, yeah, is equal to 500 minus this portion, X portion, and 100 minus X portion. So that's why minus this. So out here, this and minus X plus X goes, yeah. And so we have 200, 100, 300 minus X. And then it's minus 300 plus X. Yeah. And then it is 200 plus X. Similarly, we find out only B and only C. Correct? Yeah. Understood. So actually, you know what? We don't need to find only B and only C. We just need to find one of them. Why? Because we already know that one of the regions, see, when we have to calculate the seven regions, we'll suppose, let's say this entire thing we know is 400. Correct? This entire thing is we know is 400. I'll use a different color. So let's say this blue color region, we already know it's 400, right? So that 400, yeah, plus this region, and this region is what we need to know. Therefore, I don't need to find, I already found this one, A part, only A part. Now I just need to know only B part, because what I need to do is find out X. And to find out X, what I need to do is I need to simply say A union B union C, which is equal to 1000, as we found out here. Yeah. All right. A union B union C is equal to 1000, which is equal to this 400 region. That is that is the entire C set, plus this region, and this region. So this region we already found out is 200 plus X. 200 plus X. This is the part which is only A. And then we have plus 200 minus X, right? 200 minus X, this region. And so now we only need to find out this only B part. And that's it. Then we solve it. So the only B part, right? I'll put it in blue like this. So the only B part is equal to, 500 minus of 200 minus X. So it will be 200 minus X plus X, all right, plus 150 minus X. So as you can see, it is the only difference is 150 and 100 out here. So we'll anyway simplify it. So 500 minus of this X and X goes because it's minus plus. So it's 350 minus X. Yeah. So that is equal to 500 minus 350 plus X. That is equal to 150 plus X. So we'll say plus 150 plus X. So therefore, this plus X and this minus X cancels. So therefore, we got 1000 is equal to 400 plus 200 plus 200 plus 150 plus X. So that is 900,050 plus X, right? Okay. So therefore, minus X. This was minus X, my bad. This was minus X, right? Out here. So therefore, we get X is equal to 50. Same answer. So the formula worked out here better rather than making silly errors by doing the math, which I ended up doing a silly error right in the end, right? So this is what happens under time pressure. I mean, when you're giving the test, I face this issue because of space pressure. I had to put in everything into one little yellow box out there. So yeah, so you'll have time pressure and space pressure. As of now, for me, it is only space pressure. So I showed you both the ways of solving this question. And so this formula was important. And understanding the part that this is only A part. This is called only A, right? Now we'll understand only two things. Only two things. So this region out here, this region 200 minus X, 100 minus X, 150 minus X, these regions are called only two. Okay, only two. Anyway, moving on to the second question. Right. So what we have is, let's see. A farm has total of 80 farmers, of which 50 attend to cows, 50 attend to goats, and 40 attend to buffaloes. So now we have to draw that three circles. Yeah. So these are 80 farmers attend to cows, goats, and buffaloes. So cows, goats, and buffaloes. So 50 attend to cows, 50 attend to goats, 40 attend to buffaloes. On any given day, 10 farmers attend to only cows and goats. See, it says only cows and goats. So that means this region only. Understood? Not the middle region, not all three region. Understood? So that is 10. Fire 10 to only goats and buffaloes. Only goats and buffaloes. And fire 10 to only cows and buffaloes. All right. If there are 10 farmers who do not attend to any animals, so n is equal to 10. How many of the farmers attend to all three? So again, we have to find x. So this time, again, there is another formula that you need to remember that. So this one is A union B union C, which is equal to total minus n. So that is 80 minus 10. So A union B union C is equal to 70. Now this A union B union C is equal to A plus B plus C. So this time, how we going to do the math? Understand this. So in here, we are going to break down the x part separately and only two parts separately. Okay. So when we calculate A, B, and C, the 10 region, the 5 region, and the other 5 region, those are calculated two times, right? Those are calculated two times in A, B, and C, like that, right? A and B two times, B and C two times, A and C two times. So we need to remove them only two things. We remove them together, right? We need to count them only once, so only two things. Correct. And in A, B, and C, the x portion was calculated three times. So we need to remove it twice. Minus 2x or only three things. Or all three things. All three things. Two times three things. Right. So in our case, A union B union C is 70, which is equal to A, which is cows, 50. So this ABC is A is cows, 50, B is goats, 50, C is buffaloes, 40, minus only two things is 10, 5, and 5, which is 20, and minus 2 times x. So therefore we have 70 is equal to 140 minus 20 minus 2x. So that is 70 is equal to 120 minus 2x. So 2x is equal to 50, 120 minus 70. Therefore, x is equal to 25. Yeah, 25. So now we can do this without the formula also. So this is a new formula that you've learned. Yeah, today. So how do we do it without it? So just draw the diagram. Yeah. And right. So now this portion, let's draw it like this. Yeah. So this portion is equal to 50, right? The entire circle is 50. So if you want only cows, so it'll be 50 minus of 10 plus x plus 5, right? Which is equal to 50 minus of 15 plus x. So that is equal to 50 minus of 15 minus of x. So therefore, this box part is equal to 35 minus x, right? So this box part is 35 minus x. Yeah, correct? Okay. Now, right. So like I said earlier also, we need to only find two of them, not all of them. So if you look at 10x and 5 and 10x and 5 and 50 out here, 50 out here, then we have this also, this, let's call it circle region. So this box circle region is also 35 minus x, right? Because they are the same values, 5x 10, 5x 10, 50, 50. So therefore, this now what is happening is that we know, I'll use a different color. I use yellow. So we know this yellow region is already 40, correct? So A union B union C is basically this yellow region, and then this only G region, correct? Yeah. only C region, that is only cows, only goats, and this 10 region. Correct? So A union B union C, which is equal to 70, yeah, is equal to 40, yeah, plus 10, that is this 2. And now, yeah, and then only cows and only goats, and that is this and this. So that will be plus twice 35 minus x. So therefore, 70 is equal to 50 plus 70 minus 2x, right? And then 70 goes, 2x is equal to 50, x is equal to 25. So we get the same answer. Understood? Again, the formula worked better out here. Okay? Yeah. So you'll find that sometimes we don't need the formula. We can just solve it without the formula if you've forgotten the formula, which we'll see now. So the next three questions, I don't think so you'll require the formula at all, because these are questions where you don't require the formula. All right. You just need to know the concept of three circles. Let's look at the third question. Okay, out of 1250 subscribers of a digital news channel, 700 purchase premium plan, 800 purchase standard plan, 500 purchase the platinum plan. So always read the statement and do not assume that it's a three circle question. Yeah. So obviously out here, I have intentionally done a three circle because it's a three circle worksheet. So always read the question before you assume it's a three circle question. So this one is clearly a three circle question where you have premium plan, let's call it PR, platinum plan, let's call it PL, and we have the standard plan, let's call it S. All right, so out of 1250 subscribers of a digital news channel, 700 purchase premium, so this is 700. 800 purchase standard plan, so this is 800. And 500 purchase platinum plan, so this is 500. Also, 200 had both platinum and standard plan. So this region together is 200. 400 had both premium and standard plan. So premium and standard plan is 400. That is this and this region. Okay. Okay. 300 had both platinum and premium plan. So this is 300. This region and this region together is 300. And 150 had all three plans. So the middle region is 150. Yeah, 150. So if there were no free subscriptions, so N is 0. Okay. No free subscriptions, and all 1250 were subscribed to at least one of the plans. All right. So this statement itself is enough to let us know that N is equal to 0. We don't need this no free subscriptions. Yeah. But nevertheless, we know that in the real world there are free subscriptions also. People take, they download the app and they use it for free with those advertisements. So therefore this was important. Otherwise, we would be assuming that what happened to the ones which are not charged anything. So now if there were no free subscriptions and all 1250 were subscribed to at least one of the plans, find out how many were subscribed to exactly one of the plans. So now exactly one of the plans means only one thing, that is only premium, that is only this. Yeah, so I'll put it in a triangle. So only this triangle means only premium, only platinum, only standard. So that's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want. So this one, as you can see, we don't need to really use the formula, right? If this is 300, this and this, now the middle portion we know is what middle portion is. So what I'll do is I'll just use color to get rid of these things. Okay, the dots. Okay, so we know that the middle portion was 150. And if this is 300, this is 150, right? If this is 200, then this is 50. If this is 400, then this is 250. Now this whole premium is 700. So we got 250, 150 is 400, 400 and 150, 550. So this is 150. Again, 150. So now we're calculating platinum. Platinum whole thing is 500. So we have this region 150, 150, 300, 350. So what remains is 150. Now the whole standard plan is 800. So it's made up of this four regions. So 250, 150, 400, 450, 450. So this is 350. And so we have got our triangles, which is the only premium, only, yeah, platinum, and only standard. So that's what they want. Find out how many were subscribed to exactly one of the plans. So exactly one of the plans is only premium is 150, only platinum is 150, only standard is 350. Add them up. And so we got 650 as the answer. Got it? Yeah. So could the formula be used out here? Could the formula be used out here? Yes, of course, the formula could be used. Yeah. But we did not use the formula. So let's use the formula and see what happens. Okay. So let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back. And let's see if we could use the formula and get to the answer. Right. So much we have to do because we know we can make it out from the information given to us. So the only region, there's no formula for only region. There's no formula for only region. Directly, we couldn't have applied anything out here. So only region, that only two things cannot be worked out. Yeah, if they had asked only two things, then the answer would have been 250, 150, and 50. All right. But they did not ask that. They asked only one thing. So for only one thing, no need of using the formula. Yeah, basically that's about it. No need to use the formula. There's no formula for it. Yeah. Okay, moving on to fourth question. So Bumblebee Bank had a total of 2,700 accounts. Yeah. So let's solve this. Okay. Of which 1,000 belong to savings account customers, right? 2,500 belong to current account customers. If 600 belong to both savings and current account customers, but not fixed deposit customers. So now we know there's a third thing called fixed deposit. Yeah. So that's Bumblebee Bank, 2,700 accounts, savings account, current account, FD. So savings account is 1,000, current account is 2,500. Yeah. So 1,000 belong to savings account customers, 2,500 belong to current account customers. If 600 belong to both savings and current account, both savings and current account, but not fixed deposit. So they're talking about this. This is 600, the only part, right? But not savings account customers, fixed deposit customers. All right. So 600 belong to both savings and current account, but not fixed deposit customers. And twice as many, meaning 1,200, belong to both fixed deposit and current account. So 1,200 belong to both fixed deposit and current account, but not savings account. So they are talking about only FD and current account. 200 belong to fixed deposit customers only. 200 belong to fixed deposit customers only, and none other. And 400 belong to all three types. So 400 is in the center, right? 400 is in the center. Then find out how many accounts belong to fixed deposit customers overall. So they want the entire FD. So all we need to find out is this X region. Understood? Assume there were no accounts inactive and all of the accounts belong to at least one of the three types of customers. So N is 0 again. Okay. So how do we solve this? This is simple. Yeah, guys, look at this. 600, 400 is 1000, 1000 and 1200 is 1000 and 1200 is 2200. So this is 300. So current account, we got the 2500 total. Now, if you pay attention, savings account is 1000 and that 1000 is already in here, 600 and 400. So this X portion is 0 and this is 0, right? So we were finding out the X portion so that we could get the total of the FD. So why is this 0 and 0? Because this circle, savings is total is 1000, which is already occupied in this only two and all three. So these together, these four regions together is 0 plus 0 plus 400 plus 600. So savings account is 0. Yeah, that is only savings account. Then only two things, savings account and current account. Yeah, that is 600. And all three is 400. Yeah, plus 0 for only two things, savings and FD. So these together make up the savings, which is 1000, correct? And so we come to know these two are 0, and that's about it. So now, therefore, the total FD portion is made up of 0 plus all three, 400, plus only current account and FD, 1200, and then only FD, 200 given to us. Therefore, the FD total is 16 and 2, 1800. Solved. Yeah. So time consuming question, but if you do it carefully, then although it takes time, but you'll solve it in one go. Last question, and then we're done with this particular worksheet. Excuse me. So we are done with this particular concept and topic, three circles. Okay. A school had 1500 students in higher secondary, of which 200 won gold medals only, 300 won silver medals, and we have bronze. So it's a three circle question. Yeah. So I'll draw bigger circles in order to avoid cramming up. There's enough space also. So there are 1500 students, gold, silver, bronze. Okay. 201 gold medals only. So this is 200. So remember, only means that region. But if they had not mentioned only, then the 200 would come outside, out here. The entire circle will be 200. But once they use the word only, then it is this. When they say only gold and silver, then it is this. Yeah. But if they say gold and silver, then it means this whole region together. So, right. So now we know 301 silver medal only and 401 bronze medal only. 101 gold and silver. So 101 gold and silver only would have been here, but they are not using the word only. So therefore that 100 comes outside. That means these two regions together is 100. Got it? 201 bronze and silver and 301 gold and bronze. If a total of 51 all three, then find out how many of the students did not win any of the medals. So we have to find out n this time. Okay. So clearly if this is 100, then this is 50. This is 200, then this is 150. This is 300, then this is 250. And then we just calculate these seven regions. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These seven regions should give us the total A union B union C. So total is, remember, total is A union B union C plus N. So far, we've been writing down this formula as A union B union C is total minus N, right? So you can use this also, same thing. All right, I've just rearranged it out here. So we'll follow this since we've been writing this down. So A union B union C is total 1500, yeah, minus n. Therefore, n is equal to 1500 minus A union B union C. So we calculate A union B union C. Yeah. So I'll just get rid of this to avoid confusion. So A union B union C is equal to these seven regions. So we know this entire region is, we don't know that. Okay. So we'll do the math now. So 200 and then 50 and then 50 and then 250 and then 300 for only silver, right? And then 150 for silver and bronze only, and then only bronze is 400. So we add them up. So this total is what? This is 300. This is 700, and this is 400. So this is 1000, and this is 400. So 1400. Yeah. My God, I forgot to change the options. I think I have used the previous options on. No. Okay, some calculation error. Oh, sorry, my bad. So this is A union B union C, 1400. So therefore, n is equal to 1500 minus 1400, right? So we have to find out n, so that is 100. So A is the answer. Yeah. So yeah, this could also happen. And yeah, when you give the test, they have these at least, yeah. So when they have so many tests taken, yeah. So at least it doesn't happen because the test that we take out here happens, once in a year or twice in a year. But there are these ongoing tests that happen sometimes, right? So they the responses given to them, they already know what kind of responses they get because it happens throughout the year, right? So then they intentionally use the answer option 1400 to confuse us, to make us make a, you know, to force us do an unforced error. Yeah, a tennis word, but they force us to, make us make an error by choosing 1400. So, which I was about to do. If I had seen 14, I would have just marked it and moved on. Yeah, not realizing that they have asked us to find how many of the students did not win any of the medals. So that would be actually subtracting 1400 from 1500 and get an answer. Anyway, so that's it for today. Um, Thank you very much. And remember, you got to practice a lot if you want to really do well. Yeah. And time yourself. That's it.